Well, grief, no matter what the cause, can trigger a mix of emotions, and losing someone by suicide can make those emotions even more complicated. For the next few weeks, we are dedicating our Mental Health Monday segments on suicide awareness. And to start this conversation, we have Christy Buck, CEO of Mental Health Foundation of West Michigan, Be Nice, and Sam Friends, the Administrative Director of Behavioral Health for Trinity Health West Michigan. Thank you both for being here. Christy, if you could just start us off and just talk about the importance of this month and why it's so important to have these conversations.
Well, every time there's an awareness month, it's where we want to make an impact and give people correct information on potentially what to look for, signs and symptoms in an individual that might be struggling with the onset of a mental health challenge, mental illness, and ultimately having thoughts of suicide. So with the Be Nice Action Plan, it is a tool to use when you are intervening to help someone to get help.
Sam, if you could take us back, I'm sorry, but when you lost that employee by suicide and how the company responded.
Yeah, well, we knew in that instance that there are things that we do as clinicians downstream that can save somebody in an acute crisis, but really what we knew is that we had to do things upstream. And we had to empower our colleagues to talk to each other using common language that we would use every day, like when you would talk about somebody with diabetes or a bad hip, right? And the more we do that, the more we empower folks to get help they need and to have conversations with one another.
Mm-hmm. Talk about how you are supporting, employees' mental health now.
Yeah, so the Be Nice campaign is huge, right? It's a big impact on our organization. We try to get colleagues involved with it, which is amazing. We do a lot with QPR, which is Question, Persuade, Refer, which is kind of a little bit more downstream, a little bit more into that clinical lens. But both of those just really empowering folks to talk to each other when they might notice that something is wrong.
Christy, people spend a good portion of their time at work, right? It's kind of like their second home. Talk about what employers can be doing, what they should be looking out for, and to promote, well-being, employee well-being.
So, for sure, bring Be Nice to your business. Yeah. I'll put a plug in there. But making sure that we're working in that upstream space to decrease that stigma. Because oftentimes how conversations are happening at work can be that #1 barrier to people going out and seeking help and treatment. Sadly so, oftentimes when a mental illness goes undiagnosed or untreated, the person may begin to struggle at work and not go to work and lose their job. And suddenly they're in a financial crisis. Suddenly they may be drinking, they may be doing drugs. Yeah, it's sad how that's a factor right there. So that's the importance of bringing mental health awareness, suicide prevention programming to your place of employment. And a lot of times it fits into your wellness programs. Mm-hmm. Just like we want to take care of our physical health, we need to have something for mental health awareness.
Sam, did you notice any changes at your work with maybe more conversations happening?
Yeah, I did, and I think that that's where that empowerment piece really comes in of the Be Nice campaign, right? And I noticed people being a little bit more free to talk about it, and I think that Trinity Health is such a leader in the behavioral health space that colleagues really found themselves latching onto that and latching onto the mission of Be Nice, right? It's such a great campaign. The messaging is fantastic, and it's easy for folks to really understand and grasp.
Mm-hmm. Okay, anything else that you want to share, Christy, that I missed?
Yeah, it's just been an amazing collaboration and partnership, and it started with a walk on the campus of Trinity Health downtown. And a lot of folks came out that day. A lot of folks shared stories about their loved ones. We had signage all over the block where Trinity Health is, and folks were recognizing and seeing people that they knew. One woman even commented, "I saw the face of an intern that had been with me when they were in college, and I'm so sad." And it is. It's very sad when we see that, but right now, taking it and being proactive to bring mental health education, suicide prevention.
All right, Sam, Christy, thank you for being here with us. And if you have noticed changes in your mental health or in someone you care about, don't wait, take action. Visit benice.org to learn the action plan steps and take the pledge to use it in your life. Notice, invite, challenge, empower. 4 simple steps that can make a difference and help save a life.